Hey blockers, you paying too much in fees? That's probably why you clicked on the video. Let me show you a couple simple ways to save hundreds of dollars a month. Let's head on over. Alright, so this is for those of you on Hive. If you don't have Hive, you can go ahead and skip through. I'll put a timestamp down below so you can get on to the next part of the video. But if you are on Hive and you have more than 5 rigs, this is something you need to be careful of, because I'm so pissed at myself for not realizing this right away. I finally figured it out. I had 4 rigs for a time. If you're mining to the Hivon pool, which I no longer am, I still use the OS for managing all my rigs and things like that. And I think it's great, but I no longer use the pool. There's a real good reason why. We're going to cover pools in the end. And actually, there's more than one reason. Let's get into the first one. So if you have 5 rigs, or if you're thinking about having 5 rigs, be really careful, because up here in the corner, where they would show your pending balance and stuff like that, you'll see free. It'll say free up in the corner instead of this 39 cents a day, even if you have 5 workers. And for a while, actually a couple of months, I was like, well, maybe it's because I have some of my rigs mining Ergo, and they're just counting the ones that are on Hivon, and somehow they don't care that there's 5 other rigs. I don't know. I'm really not sure the thought process on that, but it took me a long time to figure it out. So normally you can click on your pending balance and it gets you over to this screen here, and you'll see how much you got pending and things like that. This is the old address, and you can click here, go on to the pool, actually, the part of it, and you can see your overview here. It'll show your hash rate and all that. Like I said, I'm no longer mining on the pool. Actually, this is kind of a useful screen too. It'll show you, I think it breaks down your workers independently and things like that. And then payouts. Again, really, oh shit, this is the wrong one altogether. Hang on a second. This is the one I'm after. Click on that. Get your overview down here, hash rates, and then payouts tab. Okay. I'm sure if you've been mining on Hive long enough, you've found this page. But this is where they get you. OS payouts. Right? I was getting charged that 3% a day. Look at these numbers. And this is on a daily basis. 2 days worth of mining right here. This is what I should have paid for the whole month of mining Ethereum. Let me just put that in for you. Let's take this one for example. 3 zeros and a 6.5. $1.70. And that's at today's prices. It was, I think, back in November, probably in the low 4s, something like that. I know it was close to $2.50 a day, so $75 a month, when I should have been paying $15 for 5 rigs. I just didn't catch it. It's my bad. But I also didn't know. I mean, there's nothing up here indicating that you were paying the 3%. And I know, okay, so let's go back into this screen. You can go over here to billing. And I know you can change it in here. I know that was the rule, but for some reason, somehow I didn't catch that I was doing that. So this is what you want to click right here. You want the pool charging disabled, that 3%. Unless you've got a very, very small, like maybe you got a PC, a gaming PC, and you're just mining on it some of the time, maybe that 3% is less. But otherwise, the $3 per rig per month is a way better deal. You know, that works out for each rig. That's 10 cents a rig per day to come up to that $3 a month. Well, shit, that was 2 days on the 3% rule. Anyways, you probably knew that, but in order to get this balance loaded, that's still here in the billing screen. You need to send crypto over. You gotta pay. And does mine show? It shows 39 cents a day. It's usually about 48 cents a day. They've got it figured out into what it factors out a month. So let's see. Yeah, March is 31 days, so it's 48 cents a day to equal the 15 for the 5 rigs. But see, these are all ERC20. So you're gonna pay for gas on these. Like if you want to send Ethereum over. In fact, that actually gets me to my next point. So let's get into this real quick. So this is, I know I'm still on the Hive page, but if you're just tuning in now, the next part of this is where you're going to get burned on exchange fees. So real quick, and this is just Binance, for example. There are other exchanges that do free sending of coin off of the exchange, but Binance is not one of them. Coinbase is not one of them. I actually couldn't find Coinbase's fee schedule. It was a lot less transparent than this, so I'm using this as the example. But let's say you want to send some Ethereum to anywhere. If you're sending it to a friend, buying something, or you want to send some money over to Hive. 0.00625 is the fee when you're using the Ethereum network. Okay? How many zeros? I think it was 2. Yeah, 2 zeros. 00625. 625. $16.37. At today's prices. You can imagine what it was, a few months back. So, that's nuts. Don't pay your fees that way. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 0.0005. I've already got that one up. Almost $20. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to pay your Hive on fees in Bitcoin, or if you're just trying to purchase something online, or just send some money to a friend, or put it in your wallet. If you're trying to move it to a hardware wallet, that's what they're charging you to get it off the exchange. So if you need to get it out of one of these exchanges, or you want to pay your Hive fees, or if you just want to buy something, like just recently I purchased something online, use Litecoin. Pay your Hive fees in Litecoin. Make your online purchases with it. Look at this. I want to send some Litecoin off of my exchange. 0.001 Litecoin. Okay, it's about $100. So what's that? 10 cents? I'll have it up here. 11 cents. Right now at today's prices. But still, convert it over. You got some Ethereum on your exchange, and you want to move it into, you can't do it when you're trying to send to a wallet, because you need to send the coin as is on most wallets, unless they offer an exchange inside the wallet. But if you're going to pay for something, or if you're going to move it to a different exchange, convert it to Litecoin, send it over, pay the 11 cents. You'll pay a fraction of a percent for the trading fee inside the exchange. Send it over, and then and trade it out again. And definitely use it to pay your Hive on fees. I mean, that's even just a couple transactions. Five Bitcoin transactions are going to cost you $100 if you did it in a month span. So be really careful of that. The fees are nuts. And like I said before, there are, like I use Celsius. It's free to send even Ethereum off of Celsius. They cover the gas fees and everything like that. So that's good, but in some instances, like I do mine to my Celsius account, but in some instances you don't have that option. Like, say right here, this is another way I'm saving money. I use Crazy Pool. Okay, and the reason I do that is because I can send to my Binance account. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm in the block still. Over here in settings, scroll down. You can send out Binance Smart Chain. Let's go back here. Actually, it shows. I can just do it right from here. So go back to my payouts. Right here. Oh yeah, it's right here. My transaction fee. Okay, you can see the mined amount and then the paid amount. This is the amount minus the transaction fee. 0.000072 ETH. That's 1/100th of what we were paying before. Watch this. How many zeros? 4 zeros. 7.2, 7.3, something like that. 19 cents. Was it 7.3? Doesn't matter. 20 cents. So I can just do that over into my Binance account. Then if I want to move it into my Celsius account, I'll convert it to Litecoin in Binance, pay next to nothing, send it over, pay next to nothing, and then there's a swap feature inside Celsius. I can just turn it back. Now, if I want to move any of those coins off into my wallet, I can just do it off of the Celsius network. They cover all the fees. I mean everything. It's completely free. Even the fee to swap inside the app is free. And I'm sure there's others like that, so be mindful of that, but be careful. Binance and Coinbase are the two most popular exchanges, and they make you pay for it. And also this Litecoin thing. I just purchased a Litecoin miner paying Litecoin so that I could mine Litecoin to pay my Hive fees. So be careful of the exchanges. Next thing we're going to talk about is pools. And why did I get off of the Hive on pool? Okay, so look at this. This is a really awesome tool. This is minepoolsprofits.com. Okay, you can come in here. You can plug in your hash rate. I just put like 1580. And then you can just see for the last 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. You can see the best performing pools. And I've tried these, like FlexPool. Like if I want to save money, you can do FlexPool. And you can get paid in... what is it? I don't remember the hell. Oh, Polygon. Yeah, over the Polygon network. But it's kind of a pain in the ass to offload it back into Ethereum because it's wrapped or something. It's a little bit too complicated for me. With Crazy Pool, I just needed a Binance compatible wallet, and I could send with no sweat off my back. They do the conversion, send it over on the network, and then it just drops into my Ethereum wallet. It's not wrapped or anything like that. It doesn't need to unwrap. So FlexPool and Ethermine have some other options, a little bit more difficult to get around, and I just prefer that most of this is automated. But you can see here that some of the best performing pools are consistently in the top 4. You've got FlexPool, Ethermine, Crazy Pool, and I know some people had some issues when Crazy Pool. It was during the EIP 1559 transition. Some people didn't get their payout. Their ETH was locked up. They had to go through a bunch of mess to get it out. The way I combat that is because now I'm paying 1/100th of the gas fees to get my payouts from the pool. Well, shit, I just take a daily payout then. And if something gets locked up, I mean, it sucks to lose a day's pay, but if you're waiting, if you got a month's worth of mining stored up so that you're not getting completely jacked on the gas fees, well, that's going to hurt a lot more than just taking a daily payout. So Crazy Pool's a good way to do that. And also 2 miners. Oh, why did I give up Hive on Pool? Look at this. They're always in the bottom. And this is the percentage from the leaders. So it's at least 10%. So great. Yeah, I mean, they got whatever. They take 10% of the MEV and supposedly 0 fees, but yeah, they're just not a great performing pool. Consistently, they're down here at the bottom. I don't mess with them. I've been really happy with Crazy Pool. Now, 2 miners. There's another option with 2 miners, and that is you can get paid out in Bitcoin. Also, it's about 20 cents, I think, to take the payout. So there goes gas fees as well. I had once all my rigs on 2 miners, just taking the Bitcoin payout. Some of it I would swap, and that would go right directly to my Celsius account. I would swap it for ETH if I wanted some ETH. I'm actually trying to stack my Bitcoin a lot higher. But what I like to do is, as kind of a rule, is wait until the Ethereum to BTC ratio is about 7.5%, and then I'll just go ahead and, because the ETH is more valuable to Bitcoin at that point in time, I will just mine the ETH, get paid out in Bitcoin, and then I'm making a little bit extra there. So just ways of skimming money. I mean, if you're taking weekly Ethereum payouts and paying the gas on it, all this stuff combined is going to dramatically reduce your expenses. And then if you're making any transfers off exchanges, I also forgot 2 miners. They have you can get paid out in Nano. I tried it for a little bit. The problem is when Nano is tanking, or if any of the market is tanking, Nano tanks faster than Ethereum. And by the time they were done sending it off to the exchange, getting it converted, and paying it out to your wallet, it can be 3-4 hours later. And the amount of value you've lost, you can't trade it back out for Ethereum without taking a hit. And if you're hoping that you can just stack your Nano and wait for it to run against Ethereum in the ratio, go check out the chart. It's not been pretty. I just use my Nano to buy other things. I purchased some hash rate over on Nice Hash and did some solo mining with it. That was just an excuse to spend it and hopefully not lose money. Actually, I did pretty well on that deal. But anyways, watch your pools. I really like Crazy Pool, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and endorse them because it's been nothing but good for me. I consistently get rock solid payouts. You can see, look, the last, at least the last week, they were the top performer. Let's see what happened here on Fort. Oh, Zet. Yeah, they got some. It's a very small pool, so when they have good luck, they really crush it. And they were, for like 2 or 3 days, were just smoking blocks. So they were pretty competitive. Crazy Pool, Crazy Pool. And then I've been watching this for months now, and it's always been Crazy Pool. I liked Flex Pool. I just didn't like the gas fees, and I didn't like, if I wanted to get paid over Polygon, I didn't like all the complication that was involved in it. So 2 miners and Crazy Pool for me. I'm staying away from Hivon now. It it was very convenient, but it wasn't making enough, and it was just a headache. I mean, look at this daily payout. Hivon down here, 0.021. I mean, that makes a big difference. That's 2 zeros and 4. That's like, yeah. I mean, that's getting competitive with what it costs to send the damn Ethereum off of your exchange in the first place. So that's enough to make a difference to me. So those are the things. If you're in Hive, check and make sure the way you're paying for it. It's, unless you've got a very small operation, it's way more valuable to just go ahead and switch this little dinger right here. Get some Litecoin, send it over, fill your balance, pay the $3 a rig. When it comes to exchanges, watch those fees. They're hitting you. You think, you're in a hurry, you made sure the address is right, you're sending something over, you don't want it to get screwed up, and then right before you hit send, it goes, just so you know, you're going to be paying 0.0005 Bitcoin. And you think, well, that's a lot of zeros, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, check it out, because that's what, $20, and that's at today's price. So imagine Bitcoin at 60. So watch that. And then watch your pool. The other thing too, I want to point out, this is something to keep a good eye on. If you're hitting blocks, I know this video is getting long, but if you're hitting blocks, you can go right here and just do some simple math. Okay, 7.3 and approximately double is 14.6, right? So that's a 2 block Ethereum, or 2 Ethereum block. This guy, the math doesn't add up. So check it out. This is 389. You can click on this and go right to the block explorer, but you can also do this. So 389, we'll go in and look at that block. Uncle block. See? It didn't add up. That's why. Some of the times when I was watching 2 miners, and this is one of the things I appreciate and hate about 2 miners at the exact same time, and that is that their network, the pool hash rate jumps all the time. And I don't know what the hell somebody is doing out there. Maybe they're the ones that brought in the block, and I should thank them for it. But every time there was a huge spike. One time we hit a 100 ETH block, and I was real excited to see it. And I was doing that same thing over here, where I was checking my round share to the payouts, and my round share was like ridiculously low when I was actually comparing it. And I thought, what the hell's going on here? And I went back and looked at the network, or the pool, and the pool hash rate had doubled just 5 minutes before we hit that block. So maybe the dude pulled it in, but it's annoying at the same time because your payout fluctuates a lot, but it is a big pool, so it kind of steadies out, and they hit a lot more blocks than Crazy Pool. So if Crazy Pool has a bad day, it hurts a lot more than it does on 2 miners. So those are the things I want to cover. That's some real simple ways to save money, and in the end, has saved me over, at least $100, if not a couple $100 from what I was doing before, just not knowing the difference and taking the time to nerd out and figure this out. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that will save you some money, and you don't have to go through the same pain that I did of having to pay those insane fees. Alright, that should about do it for today's video. Thanks a lot.